Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about methods. So in the last video we talked about, attributes and how to initialize our cookie with different attributes like the name, eggs, and flour, but now we're going to be talking about what methods a cookie can have. Now what exactly are methods? Well, let's think about it this way. A human has attributes of skin color, eye color, hair color, etc. But they also have methods such as run, walk, sleep that deal with its attributes somewhat, right? In the same way, we're going to make a method for this cookie. And even though you might think, what action can a cookie have? Well, all we're doing in the method that I've envisioned is just printing out the ingredients. But we have to also think about it this way. Our serving size is 12, meaning that whenever we initialize our cookie class, we're only initializing it for a serving size of 12. What about if our user wants a cookie recipe with a serving size of 60? Well, it's a simple math problem. We just multiply all of its ingredients by 5, right? 1 times 5 is 5, 1.5 times 5 is 7.5 cups of flour. But let's say they do something weird, like 17 cookies exactly. Well, we can give them the exact amount by doing a bit of multiplication. So let's create our method called print ingredients. Self, now this is the reason why this is a method and not a function, is because we are using the current cookie. It could be a chocolate chip, it could be a white chocolate chip, it could be a dark chocolate chip. We're just using the current cookie's attributes as well as the number of cookies. This is the only argument they're going to enter, the number of cookies that they want. So basically, this prints out the number of ingredients based on the number of cookies they enter. Okay? It's that simple. Okay? So how do we do it? First, we have to divide num cookies by the serving size to get our multiplier. So cookie multiplier equals num cookies dividing by serving or self.serving size. So we're taking this cookie serving size, which is always going to be 12, but remember, it's still an attribute of the cookie. That's why we do self.serving size, right? So let's say we have 60 cookies divided by the serving size 12. That means our multiplier is 5. Let's say we only want 6 cookies. Our multiplier is 0.5 or half, right? Now with this cookie multiplier, what we're going to do is we're going to create 2 more variables, eggs needed and flour needed. Okay, and we're going to set them equal to self.eggs, right? So the amount of eggs this cookie takes multiplied by our cookie multiplier. So if there's 1 egg for 12, for a serving size of 12 times 5, this results in 5 eggs for a serving size of 20. And you can do the same thing for cups of flour. Okay, now let's print it. This is simple as a quick statement. Here is the recipe. / new line, eggs, / new line, sorry, cups of flour. Okay, and let's format it. And all we have to do is add the eggs needed and the flour needed. So parameters, and here we go. We have our method. So let's see if it works. So how would we call this method? Well, all we have to do is chocolate chip cookie dot print ingredients. So you might think of dot append or dot remove, and you might think, oh wait, this looks similar to that. Well, that's because dot append and dot remove are methods of lists and dictionaries and etc., right? Which is pretty cool if you think about it. So right now we have chocolate chip cookie dot print ingredients, and now we have to say how many ingredients you want. So let's say 60. Okay, and let's try something else. White chocolate chip cookie dot print ingredients. We only want 6 cookies. Okay, so let's run this and see if it works. Here's the recipe. Maybe we should have said here's the recipe for blank, but this is fine. Here's the recipe: 5.0 eggs, 7.5 cups of flour for the chocolate chip cookie. Makes sense. And then for the white chocolate chip cookie, here's the recipe: 1 egg. So we divide 2 by 1, or we multiply by 1/2, which is 1, and we multiply 1 by 1/2, which is 0.5. So it works exactly as we intended it to be. Now you can do a lot more methods, right? So I recommend you play around, try to create your own class. So don't just make a cookie, make something like a zombie for Minecraft, or you know, an employee, something like that. Experiment with it, and then enjoy the amazingness of your class. We will have warm-ups for this, so don't worry about that. So if you don't want to experiment with it, you can just do the warm-ups. And this will lead into a lot of cool things related to GUI programming or graphical programming. So you're actually going to get to create your own 2D game. Can't wait for that video. I'll see you guys.